can tell you one story for one of the young men. I remember that was a few years ago when I met him on the street, and I said, yeah, you are welcome to come at our teenage program. He came after a few days and he tried to catch attention, but in a negative way. So my coworker said, I'm sorry, you need to go home. And I went and I said, yeah, I'm sorry, you need to be careful with your behavior, because it's about group, it's not just about you. Almost with tears in his eyes, he said, I'm sorry, but I cannot go home because nobody waits for me there, but here it is somebody who cares. And I found his mother died when he was 5 years old, and he was 15 years old when I met him. His father, 3 years ago, he went to Hungary and he promised him, I'm going, I make some money and I will bring you too. But he didn't heard anything from his father. His brother married and he moved from home. Just a neighbor take care of him sometimes. So when he said, here somebody care of me, at home nobody care of me, I understood why he said that. Our idea is to create a positive environment, a safe place where they can feel valuable and they can feel it is something more than what we have at home.
When I first came here in 1993, you got the impression that Romania was a very poor country and everybody was more or less in the same boat. But over the last 20 years, there has grown a wealthy class, and then there's a growing middle class of people who are doing okay. But then there's still those who really don't have enough to survive. I think our staff estimate that maybe about 70%, maybe slightly more, of the children and young people we work with are Roma. Some of them live in the very poor, almost ghettos on the edge of town. The areas that are known as the gypsy areas, where housing conditions are incredibly poor. Many of them without running water, many of them even with dirt floors. Families where there's chronic unemployment. In those families, there's often a pretty high level of alcohol abuse and violence, very low level of education. So parents who can't read and write, so can't help their children with their homework, or don't really value education, so don't support their kids being in school. Under communism, people really learn that you kind of take care of yourself and your family and you mind your own business and you don't get involved in other people's problems. And so at the beginning, when we came and we talked about wanting to find volunteers who would work with us, people just said, volunteers in Romania? You've got to be kidding. And certainly those first young translators, we paid them. But we also then started to find other people who were willing to help us for some time every week as volunteers. And that's always been a goal, really, to involve Romanians in helping their own people. And that's really how Veritas has developed.
It's nice to think that you are important for somebody. I don't have this courage to say that I am important, we are important like a service, but if I look behind and see what we done and what they done with our help, I can say that many of them won't go to school without Veritas.
Well, Eugene stood out in the early days of our Kids Club program because he was one of a group of boys. I think he had a couple of friends that he would come with all the time, and he always had this great smile. So he was always there, he was always happy to participate. I have this great memory of him being in a Christmas nativity play, and just he was a sheep, and he had this little mask to be a sheep, but underneath there was this big broad smile, you know, of Eugene.
Am 26 de ani. Nicoleta are 26 și ea. Avem 2 copii împreună, unul de 5 ani, unul de 8 ani. Asta e familia. Cum am dat de Veritas, pe acum nu mai știu câți ani au fost, au trecut mulți ani. Noi suntem 8 frați și locuim în 2 camere și o bucătărie, să zicem. Viața mea în trecut a fost că eram 8 frați. Părinții noștri nu au avut posibilitatea să ne ajute cu ce am vrut noi sau ce ne doream noi. Și nu prea aveam mâncare, mâncam vreo dată de 2 ori pe zi. Și la un moment dat mama ne-a părăsit din cauza că tata o bătea, de la prea multe bătăi o fugit. Cum tata nu mai a putut să ne crească pe toți 8, pe 4 frați dintre noi ne-au dat la casă de copii. Maica mi-a fost plecat, atunci cred că în momentul ăla a fugit de casă. No, că aveam îmbrăcăminte, ne dădea îmbrăcăminte, mâncare.
Ok, toată lumea se mișcă un pic. Haideți! Veritas want to do a difference in their life. One of the way is to bring them here at the community center and to give them an educational program, but also our purpose is to approach them in a holistic way. The idea is we need to look at the physical needs. That means we serve for all of them every day a hot lunch, because for many of them maybe it's the single hot lunch per day. For many of them we try to do some counseling, one-on-one meetings, just to give a little bit of positive attention.
Păi, la un moment dat, aveam vreo 11 ani. No, bine, atunci tot așa mergeam la Veritas. La un moment dat m-am îmbolnăvit cu apă la plămâni și trebuia să mă duc la spital. Și într-una din zile, cine crezi că a venit la mine? Nici prin cap nu trecea. M-a vizitat doamna Dorothy, au venit și s-au rugat pentru mine.
Our aim for working with children and teenagers would be to help them grow and develop their potential, develop self-esteem, and become people who can, in the future, support themselves, support their families, and make a contribution to society, rather than being dependent and feeling like they don't have anything to offer.
Am plecat de acolo de la vârsta de 15-16 ani. Și atunci am cu familie. Păi la început am început și cu Gigel, și cu socrul meu, și cu taică meu, și cu frați. M-au ajutat până la cintură. După aia de acolo am avut sprijin pe Relu, pe David. Ei m-au ajutat la acoperire. Diferența e că prietenii mei, unii dintre ei au ales altă cale, nu au un loc de muncă, nu au ascultat de cei de la Veritas, au ajuns la munca de jos, pe la gunoaie. Unii care au ascultat au ajuns destul de bine. Eu cât de cât la muncă de construcții. Și între mine și ei se vede diferența. Păi e normal să avem o slujbă, că de aici, ziua de astăzi, nu-ți dă nimeni de milă. Și trebuie să muncim ca să putem să ne întreținem, să putem să ne cumpărăm mâncare, haine, la copii. Eu pentru Alex și Eugen vreau să le dau un exemplu bun.
Their environment and their background is like a circle. Their parents didn't have a good model, and they are not a good model for their kids. So it's like a circle, and they repeat the same life again and again. So, and our purpose with them is to break this circle, to changing their life. Their lives means for us to change something in everybody's lives, because they can live in another way.
Eu cu tata nu prea am avut o relație așa de bună, că nu prea eram apropiați, cine știe ce. Deoarece el bea foarte mult și ne bătea. Și față de copiii mei, eu am o relație mai bună, mai strânsă. Când vin acasă de la lucru, mă joc cu el, ne jucăm împreună și cu el și cu celălalt. Când e vreme bună, ne jucăm pe afară cu mingea, ne plimbăm cu bicicleta.
I remember the day when everyone was very excited because here Eugene was ready to sign Alex up for kindergarten. And, you know, there he was again with his big smile. And he brought his son. And we had seen him around town with Alex. And it was clear that there were not a whole lot of fathers who, you know, take their children out in the pushchair or the stroller. Eugene was the proud father, and here he was the one bringing his son to kindergarten. So, yeah, that was a great day.
Eugen, he realized how big help he received from Veritas organization, and I saw him how he relate to his family, to his wife, how he relate to his children. So I can see now he want the best for his children. For Alex, I'm sure it will be a different future, because Eugen, his father, understood you need to do in a different way if you want to have a different life.